Carol and Ash might be flying high in their little plane, but this show is certainly not, as The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon delivers another terrible episode in Season 2. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment here for your Daryl Dixon Season 2, Episode 2. Honestly, the show's that bad, I forget what it was called. I believe it was So Close But So Far. If I'm wrong, then, you know what, sue me. But this episode sucked, and it's not worthy of me remembering the name of the episode. And I said it delivered another bad episode in Season 2. I think Season 1 was bad, personally. For me, this is by far the worst Walking Dead spin-off that I've watched. Now, by watch, I mean that I've watched from start to finish, or that I've at least seen a decent portion of. So I'm not counting World Beyond or Woke Beyond, because I only seen one episode of that and then I stopped. That was too much. I couldn't take it anymore. But yeah, for me, this isn't as good as the original, obviously. It's not as good as Fear the Walking Dead. As bad as Fear the Walking Dead might get, I'm not at that point yet. And for me, the first 3 seasons of Fear absolutely smokes this show. And out of all the spin-offs, I think this one is by far the worst. And I think Season 2 has actually got a lot worse than Season 1. So, yeah, plus, all the new characters, there's nobody interesting. There's not one single new character that I care about. And then the 2 main characters that you have from the franchise, in my opinion, are 2 of the most boring characters they have left. Carol, I cannot stand Carol. She is my least favourite character in the Walking Dead universe, the Walking Dead history. Don't like Carol. And as for Daryl, I mean, this guy's been boring probably since Season 4 of The Walking Dead. That's the last time I think this guy was interesting. Ever since Beth died and he met back up with Rick's group at No Sanctuary, honestly, he's just a guy that walks through the forest and grunts with his little crossbow. Daryl Dixon's not an interesting character anymore. First few seasons he was. Season 3, towards the end of Season 2, he was a little bit whipped. He kind of just, started kissing Rick's ass. But ever since, 5 onwards, the guy's done absolutely nothing. I do not understand why people love Daryl Dixon. First few seasons I thought he was great. Since then, I mean, the guy's just been... He's just been there, isn't he? He's just been there. Anyway, speaking of being there, Carol and Ash, they're not there. They have to take a little detour. So they stop in Greenland not only to review, but it turns out that there's an issue with the plane, so Ash is going to have to fix it. They come across 2 women, and these women are called Hannah and Ewan. So they tell Hannah and Ewan that they're heading to France. They save them from the walkers, so Carol says, I can handle it, I can take down the walkers myself. They're getting double teamed here, there's loads of walkers. Ash looks like he's about to get bit, and then one of the women shoots the walker from a distance and, saves Ash. So, yeah, they take them back to the little house. They show them around. Carol offers to have a drink with Ewan, while Hannah goes to see if she can get equipment to help Ash fix her plane. So, yeah, they're having a drink. We've got Ewan. She asks Carol, can I use your crossbow? Ewan's this weirdo, by the way. She believes that this kind of is nature, cleansing itself, so she thinks that they deserve it. Human nature is just trying to fix itself, and that's why this zombie apocalypse is happening. So she's fucking weird. She says to Carol, can she have a shot of the crossbow? She loads the crossbow up. Carol is clearly, intimidated by this. She's not comfortable, but she allows her to do it anyway. Why? I don't know. Carol's instincts just went completely out the window here. Dumb. Very, very dumb. Ewan then turns the crossbow around at Carol. Carol says, my parents taught me it was bad manners to point a weapon at somebody. And Ewan's like, I don't want to, but I must kill you. Then she reveals that Hannah is going to do something with Ash. Now, it turns out that Ewan lost the coin toss. So, Ewan and Hannah were going to have a coin toss, I believe, in order to repopulate the world. They were both going to use Ash, and they were going to breed Ash. So there you go. They were going to breed Ash, of course. Yes, more mixed breeding, more breeding in general. But it's just fucking weird. Like, what a dumb storyline. We're going to breed Ash. So Hannah won. She won the coin toss. So she was then going to have sex with Ash. And she says, well, what about having more kids? Because he explained he lost his kid. He was like, nah, I don't want to. Then she points the gun at him and it's like, nah, well, you're going to have to. So, I mean, some creepy shit going on here, man. This is like fucking breeding Ash against his will, you know, strange storyline. Then she ties him up, and kinky, I know. She goes back to the house and she's annoyed that Ewan hasn't killed Carol yet. Ewan says she needs another minute to do so. It's difficult. Ewan says, well, if you ain't going to kill her, I'm going to kill her. She then goes to kill Carol, and Ewan kills Hannah to save Carol because Ewan didn't want to kill Carol. Then Ewan asks Carol, can I come with you? Carol's like, yeah, of course. So Ewan and Carol then head to the plane, but Ash, who is tied to the plane, sees them coming. He takes out his flare gun and he shoots Ewan in the throat, in the neck area, killing her. And he then apologises to Carol, saying, I had to do it. I didn't want to kill her, but I had to do it, or else she would have killed you. And 5 minutes ago, Ewan told Carol the same thing about Hannah, that she didn't want to kill her, but she would have killed you. And Carol's like, yeah, it's okay. So that was like a 15-minute, 20-minute side quest. Honestly, done absolutely nothing. They then jump in their plane and start heading to France. Just really, really shit. Honestly, some weird breeding storyline. I personally don't get it, but I mean, it is what it is. Then we are in France, and Laurent, he just wants to be a normal kid. We see him playing with Daryl. He's playing baseball with Daryl. The Union hostages arrived back, so, you know, obviously they're here. Laurent speaks to the Union leader. He keeps telling him, Lausanne keeps telling him that you're special. Next day, Laurent's missing. He's not there. Daryl goes in. Daryl's trying to find him. Daryl then goes, right, we need to go and get Laurent. They've taken him. And one of the guards was knocked out. He said it was someone with a tattoo. So it's Janae's men. Janae's men have came and they have captured Laurent. So Daryl goes out with a team. He goes with Fallu, Sylvie, not Sylvie, what's her name? Isabella. Isabella also goes with Daryl. So they set out in order to try and get, what's his name? Fucking Laurent back. So they try and get Laurent back. Laurent. So they try and get him back, and it turns out that Daryl notices that the people that have took him, supposedly, they look a bit familiar. And there's some people that are within the nest. So the Union nest where Daryl is staying, where Laurent is staying, it's actually people from their own group that have taken Laurent, and their plan was to essentially just get rid of Daryl Dixon because they believed that with Daryl Dixon, he could tempt Laurent to leave, and that would ruin their plan. So they've tried to take Daryl Dixon out. Lausanne didn't believe, though, that Fallu and Isabella would go, so he's a bit upset that they've went when he finds out. But it's like, you know, they're just going to be collateral damage at this point. But of course, they ain't going to die. Emile is there. He's got the gun pointed at Daryl, but Daryl manages to wrestle away from him after Fallu attacks him. And then we get Isabella. She picks up the gun and she shoots Emile for basically betraying them. And then Isabella, Daryl, and Fallu all survive. And then it is revealed that Laurent was never kidnapped and he's trapped still at the Union nest. So, yeah, they want to move up their plan. Their plan is to obviously try and create a cure, try and create some sort of vaccine, try and use Laurent to basically stop this zombie virus because they believe that he is the man and that he can do all of that. So, yeah, whether that's going to happen or not, it does feel a lot like The Last of Us. I'm not saying The Last of Us were the only ever show or game to, you know, have somebody that was immune and they want to use their blood or whatnot or operate on them. We don't really know to what extent the procedure it will take for Laurent to create a cure or whatnot. Will it mean they have to kill Laurent and sacrifice Laurent? We don't know. But Carol has arrived in France. She tells Ash, yeah, you need to stay with the plane. Basically, though, she can't bring Ash with her because she isn't going to find her daughter. She's full of lies. She's going to find Daryl. And, I mean, could you imagine if she just arrived and said to Ash, that Daryl's my daughter, actually. Her name's Sophia. He's trans. He identifies as a 58-year-old man, you know. That'd be dumb. It'd be so dumb. It'd be so dumb. So she tells Ash, you stay with the plane. She then goes into Paris and she sees some, like, militants beating up some of the, I don't know, the village people or whatnot. So she then decides to get captured. She beats up some guy. She gets captured, gets thrown in the back of the truck, and I guess her master plan is to try and, I don't know, she sees these people, maybe she thinks they've got Daryl. That could be the case. So, yeah, we get that. I mean, but we've seen Carol walk through Paris for a little bit. Just so unrealistic that she gets there and automatically, finds a group. And it's like, she tells Ash, I'll be back in 2 weeks. If I'm not back, just go on without me. Look at the size of France, man. Yeah, like originally she may have been in Paris, but that's like 15 years ago. Let's just say Sophia is alive. Let's say that fake story is true. How is Carol supposed to know where Sophia is? There's no guarantee that she's still in Paris. There's no guarantee that she's still in France. And obviously there's no guarantee that she's alive. So is 2 weeks really enough time to find someone? For me, I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling big bullshit. So yeah, we get that. Daryl and Isabella then look on at the nest. They can't go in right now because the tide is high and I'm moving on. I want to be your number one. Remember that song, guys? No, I don't. Anyway, so they decide that they're going to wait a day to go in and try and win back Laurent. Isabella then asks Daryl, can I come with you to America if the deal is still on? Daryl says, oui, oui, français, yes. And then the kiss. We got a big kiss between Daryl and Isabella. And I wonder if Carol will be upset about this. I wonder if she will be jealous. We don't really know. But we get a kiss. And then towards the end of the episode, we find Caudron. He is tied up. He is being held prisoner. He's cut up. He's bloodied. He's not talking. But Jeanne wants to know where Isabelle, Laurent, and Daryl are. And he's screaming. But he's not talking. He's not talking. She wants to know where they are. He's not giving them up. And it ends with him screaming. And obviously Carol is closing in on Daryl. So that was the end of the episode, guys. Really, really poor episode. I thought it was shit. I really did. Ash, I think, is a decent character. I mean, but it's just not that interesting in my opinion. By this, I think by the speed, the pace they're going at, Carol will probably be meeting up with Daryl. And if not episode 3, then definitely episode 4. But this whole Greenland plot where these two women, wanted to breed with Ash, that's fucking weird. And I just don't get it, man. Because Carol... You know what? I think we'll save it for a separate video, but I don't even see how Carol was willing to let Ewan go and willing to bring Ewan with her when Ewan was going to kill Carol, and Ewan was quite happy to, take advantage and essentially, molest and rape Ash. It just makes no sense to me because they were going to breed Ash whether he was, willingly going along with it or not. Yet Carol was going to take this person with her. If you reverse the roles, pretend that Carol is with a woman and that it's two men living here in Greenland and the exact same thing plays out. Are you telling me that Carol is going to take this man with them when he was willing to, do things and kill and allow his body to do things to the female friend that she's with? Absolutely not. No chance in hell. Carol would have put this guy down in 2 seconds. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, my thoughts. 2 seconds. How about a 2 out of 10? This episode wasn't very good. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts down below, and we'll catch you in the next one. Fog Entertainment. Peace out.